So this one has been created, content delivery network. Here simply when your content delivery network is ready, this is how it will look. This is the domain using which you can access your content. If you do not want this, you can always add a custom domain. This will replace it with your own website. The moment you click on custom domain, similar things will have to do. You add your custom domain and then you will have your website name. Here it could be Prime or Netflix or anything, right? So a few options are here. We are not gonna see this in detail. ज़्यादा questions इस पे आते नहीं है, फिर भी एक बार आप लोग इसको बना लो. Just check how it looks. Maybe you can upload one file or something. You can do that. What options are here? Let's see quickly. Here, see. Web login, custom login. This is also fine. No need to worry about it. Most frequently asked question. Let me see this option. Okay. Optimization, advanced feature, token authentication. You don't have to worry about all this. Okay, I'll tell you what needs to be done here, guys. Create a content delivery network. Come here, create one. Go here. Okay. Look at this. What all options do you see? Custom domain. What is purge? Sometimes they may ask you, what is purge? Purge is something, let's say that if something is being fetched from your original account and now you have put some original content or you have changed the content and you want to purge it, so you simply click here and purge it. So ये जहां से भी pull कर रहा है ना data, उसको एक बार refresh कर लेगा. Let's say that I had my old video recordings in my original location, जहां से ये सब fetch कर रहा है. This one, okay, this is my original location and here I have the video recording of a previous batch, right? So this location and this location and this location, it is fetching data from here. But now I have changed it here. Now my current batch has finished and uploading all the recording here. But this will still have the old recording. There will be a time, maybe एक दिन में, 2 दिन में एक बार वो अपने आप purge कर लेगा. But I want that to do it manually, so I'll click on purge. The moment I click on purge, ये सारा data फिर से एक बार refresh कर लेगा, and whatever is here, it will appear here. That is your purge option. Clear? It is sort of refreshing the synchronization. Yes, guys, anyone has any doubt with purge option? That what is purge here? And you can stop it from here and you can delete your CDN from here. And इसके में बहुत ज़्यादा लोड मत लो, don't worry. You are presenting yourself as an implementation engineer. आप लोगों को ज़्यादा काम यहीं तक करना होता है. After this, again, application owner, they will take care of this. And you would be saying that you have mostly worked on infrastructure as a service. We have focused on IaaS mostly, IaaS, infrastructure as a service. ज़्यादातर हमने उसी पे फोकस किया, right? PaaS और SaaS में हमने ज़्यादा फोकस नहीं किया. So you can say it clearly that mostly I have worked on infrastructure as a service. इसलिए उसको हमने डिटेल में और डेप्थ में पढ़ा है. So any doubt guys still here? Custom domain, CDN, यहाँ तक किसी को कोई doubt? CDN we are just एक glance उस पे ले रहे हैं हमने, इसलिए उसके सारे details हमने नहीं किए. Like data lake we are not touching at all. Mostly ये जो है आपके data engineers उनका काम है. Resource sharing, we'll see it later if we do it or not. Advisor recommendation, this is very simple. Wherever it is, advisor recommendation इसका काम same ही होता है. It will analyze your storage account, it will analyze your virtual machine, it will analyze your networking, wherever it is. जहाँ पर भी जिस भी resource पे लगा हुआ है, it will analyze and it will give you some recommendations that okay, looking at your storage account, maybe you're using this, you're using that, but you're not utilizing the feature. If I give you one virtual machines example, it can tell you that you're using 16 GB RAM, but you're utilizing only 2 GB out of it based on last 30 days or 3 days, जितना भी 30 days का ये जो scanning वगैरह करता है अपने आप, based on that it will give you some recommendations. You want to accept it or deny it, it's up to you. So that is what your advisor recommendation is. Is it clear to everyone, guys?
Yes, well.
Okay. What else is pending here? Redundancy we have already discussed, right? I hope all of you remember it.
GRS, LRS, ZRS,
Right.
zone wise, GZRS.
Exactly. Now just look at this. You will see it. The moment I do it, GRS, LRS, I hope all of you remember it, right?
Yes.
Local. मतलब अगर ईस्ट यूएस पे है
Yes.
तो ईस्ट यूएस पे ही कॉपी बन रहा है. ZRS you know, जोन पे बनेगा. GRS, what is GRS? GRS दूसरा कहाँ पर बनेगा guys? ईस्ट यूएस में है तो दूसरा कहाँ पर होगा GRS में?
Pairing.
Can I select
West
that?
US. West
Azure
US.
pair region.
Pair, Azure
Within
pair, Azure pair
300
region.
miles.
Yes, yeah, it's okay.
300.
I don't even expect you to remember. No one expects you to remember.
Approximately,
should know
typically
that-
300 miles.
I cannot select it, right? Can I select it? East
You
US से
cannot.
I want कि
Not
कहीं पे जाए? No, I cannot select it. So if I do
It
the
will
GRS,
work with the pair region only, Azure pair region.
right? Failed storage account, LFS enabled and may not be converted. Okay, so let's create another storage account with GRS and I'll show it to you here. And this guys, you are going to see storage with GRS and name it something like this. Okay, you're gonna see this. Okay, we are keeping it as GRS, and I'm keeping it as what would you call it if I check this? What would be the name of
RAGRS.
RAGRS, right?
Read access.
Similar thing you guys will see when it comes to replication. So don't get confused, okay? Between storage redundancy and replication. Almost इसी तरह का स्क्रीन दिखता है, थोड़े से चीजें डिफरेंट है. We'll come to that. आज प्रैक्टिकल हम वैसे भी नहीं करने वाले हैं उसका. So we'll come to that. But tomorrow when we see, don't get confused. Between virtual machine replication और आपके स्टोरेज अकाउंट के redundancy बहुत सिमिलर है वो दोनों, but don't get confused. और उसका इंटरफेस भी दिखने में काफी सिमिलर है. While this is being created, let me see what other options are pending. So redundancy, I'm showing it to you now. Data protection, we have done this in detail, right? I hope ये सब explain करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Replication एक में आ जाएगा. Blob inventory, it's nothing. जब आपके पास बहुत सारे जब इन्वेंट्री हो जाता है ना, बहुत सारे ब्लॉब वगैरह, उसका एक इंडेक्स वगैरह यू कैन क्रिएट इट हियर. दैट किसमें क्या है, किसी कोई रूल का नाम, कंटेनर वगैरह, यू कैन डू इट इन इट्स बेसिक योर इन्वेंट्री. स्टैटिक वेबसाइट, इट्स यू कैन होस्ट अ वेबसाइट यूजिंग योर स्टोरेज अकाउंट. अब ये जो मेरा स्टोरेज अकाउंट है, मैं इसका एक एक आपके साथ ये शेयर कर रहा हूँ लिंक. इफ आई इनेबल दिस, let me see if the container is already there. This is the storage account I'm talking about. Let me go to container. Okay, logs and new, there are two containers. Okay, now on this storage account, if I enable my static website, index document का कोई नाम देना पड़ेगा मुझको. And I'll have to give path. So new container gets created with this name. ये दिख रहा है आपको, web नाम का. Now if I go back to container, you'll see it here. Can you see it? And here I will have to put all my वेबसाइट के जितने भी रिलेटेड पेजेस है मेरे index.html, उसमें जितने भी पिक्चर्स को मैं रेफरेंस कर रहा हूँ, क्रॉस रेफरेंस कर रहा हूँ. आई एम नॉट श्योर इफ यू गाइस हैव एवर सीन एक वेबसाइट में क्या क्या पेजेस होते हैं. इफ यू हैव नॉट सीन, सिंपली गो अहेड टू गूगल एंड try to create one website, very similar small website. बस एक HTML पेज भी कर लो ना आप, तब भी काफी हो जाएगा. Wait, let me see if we can do it. So here you will have to upload all your documents whichever are there in your website. HTML के through उन सबके reference होते हैं. I hope you understand how a website works. Right? HTML document होता है जो main, और उसमें होता है reference to this picture, this video, that video, और वो सब कुछ यहाँ पर होता है आपका in detail. Right? So this is how you can create it. ये यहाँ पर आपका बन गया. Okay, and you have enabled your static website. So ये जो link है ना आपका, this link, using this link you should be able to access your website. जो भी आप website वगैरह बनाओगे ना, you should be able to access. But उसके लिए आपको थोड़ा सा उसमें और changes वगैरह करने पड़ेंगे, which we will see but not now. But you should know static website का क्या option होता है. I'm skipping all these because ये interview में भी ज़्यादा पूछा नहीं जाता है. This are good to know information. मेजर आपका जितना है, वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर दैट. ये चार चीजें काफी मेजर है. दिस वन redundancy we are discussing now, and backup we are going to see. और networking वाला
So
part we have completed in detail. Access वाला part we have done it here in detail. Shared access, majority questions आपके आने वाले हैं access की, shared access signature और networking इसी के ऊपर. And obviously this one कि क्या होता है, कैसे access करता है, ये क्या है. This is what you are going to get. Sorry, someone was asking something.
yeah, Sohail bhai,
Hmm.
my question was around redundancy.
Hmm.
Means like in redundancy there are like so many varieties. Like for the append blob, only this type of redundancy are available. So do the interviewer ask or is interested to ask such type of question that suppose I want to select this in this region, so can I get
Hmm.
this redundancy?
Hmm. They won't ask each and everything. They will ask you to explain. And here is the answer. That blob के लिए कौन-कौन सी redundancy है? If you are selecting blob, file queue, table, disk, इनके लिए LRS, GRS, RAGRS ये available है. If you are selecting file only, then only these two redundancies are available. So you can keep this table, take a printout of this, keep it in front of you. Interviewer को खुद को भी याद नहीं होता है, वो question ऐसे पूछ लेते हैं, याद उनको खुद को भी नहीं होता इतना exactly. But you should be confident in your answer. Yes, they do ask that for blob service, which are the redundancy options are available. So for blob, like blob and append blob only, these are the services available. For file only, do we have GRS for file service only? Can you see GRS here?
No.
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 So this in this way you have to answer.
No.
They are not going to ask you each and everything. They might ask you what are the storage account types and supported services and redundancy option. A question bundle ये कर देंगे. You have to explain and you have to read this table to them. You mug it up, you take a printout and keep a cheat in front of you, however you want to do it. But yes, they might ask you. So this is the folder जहाँ पे आपको ये सारी जो है details ये करनी होगी, and you'll have to change the obviously access level change करना होगा आप लोगों को, right? If I keep it private, will I be able to access it from outside, by the way?
No.
No.
Okay. Now
No.
I have just converted one notepad on which I was working. Here it is. I guess it's whatever it is written, name, different, Excel, etc., etc., whatever it is written here. So I just converted that page to my HTML page. So it's not gonna look like it's not gonna look good, but just to check that, okay, this is the page I have converted to website. Okay, just to verify. Now I have uploaded it here, and I have converted that to my website, static website. Now this link should work as a website, and it should be able to, you guys should be able to access it from anywhere. Let's try if you guys are able to see it. Let me know if it works for you.
No, it's not working for me.
It's not working?
Is it white and black with some information or paragraph?
Yeah, that's what it is. That is
It's
the reason I
working, it's working.
showed you.
Okay, black and white paragraph. Okay, yeah. Then
It's
fine.
simply
Diff,
this page.
select-
This notepad I
Yes.
have converted to HTML. You should see this content. It doesn't make any sense. It's okay.
Yeah, yes, the same information is there. It's accessible.
It is accessible, right? So instead
Yes,
of this,
yes.
ये तो हमने
Done.
बहुत ही भद्दे तरीके से बना लिया. Instead of this, what happens? They will put a index page के through पूरी website बनती है. Website में जो pictures वगैरह होते हैं वो सब कुछ यहीं पर install किया जाता है. And that is how you access, how you can host your website using your storage account, Azure storage account. And now, this name doesn't look good to me. What can I do about it? I wanted my company's name here. What can I do about it?
Custom domain.
Custom domain, simple.
Custom domain.
Always a solution is custom domain. Clear hai? So this is done. We were waiting for something here, right? This storage account has been created. Oh, we were talking about redundancy. I'm going to open two accounts to show you something. This is with LRS, okay? This is with LRS. And this is with RAGRS. Is it, can I change this to GRS? I think it wasn't working. I'm going to create one more, guys. I want to explain something to you. So this is storage account with GRS only. That one is with RAGRS. This is with GRS. Clear hai? Yes, guys, clear to both of you, to both accounts to you? I'm
Yes.
creating two storage accounts. One is with RAGRS, one is with GRS. Now look at the difference. LRS वगैरह हम लोगों ने देख लिया. Now can you see? This is your RAGRS. This is my primary location जहाँ पर data वगैरह सब save होगा, and this is the location where it is being synchronized. This is my secondary location. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, yes, well.
Now let's say something happens here. My East US is down. It is not accessible. So I want to use it using West US. Now, how do I do that? What do you think we'll have to do? Okay, and this is also ready. First thing, let me show you one quick difference. This is, I'll go to redundancy. This is GRS. This is RAGRS. Okay, I told you guys, by the way, what is the difference? Who can tell me what is the difference between GRS and RAGRS?
It is zone based. May I answer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
anyway.
Can I give it a try?
Yeah.
I'll just try. It is zone based redundancy, which creates 6 replicas in 2 different regions. 2 different regions, the data would be saved, and it creates, in total 6 different replicas of the data. And for GRS and for RAGRS, it is read access, like the same information would be synced to the other zone. Sorry, to the other region. I'm sorry, not the zone as well as region.
Still anyone wants to try? By the way, one thing, guys, see, till the time it is being synced, you do not have this option to prepare failover. And once it has been synced, you have this option, prepare for failover. I'll explain it to you. Just wanted to show it to you because थोड़ी देर में ये भी available हो जाएगा, and then I won't be able to show it to you. Okay, prepare for failover is disabled while I have recently created and data is being synced. Once it has been synced, थोड़ी देर में ये आपके लिए enable हो जाएगा. Okay, coming back to question. Anyone else would like to try?
Can I, Swell bhai?
Yes,
Can I
please.
try?
Anyone.
In RAGRS, you have a read access for the secondary location, and in GRS you don't have a read access. You just have the replicas
Correct.
that are created in secondary location.
Both answers were correct. What Naved explained, that is also correct. Same thing you explained in simply, that is also correct. My question is, prove your point. I need a POC for this. They both look similar to me. So whatever you told me in a meeting, I want a POC for this. I mean, this is how your client gonna ask or your interviewer may ask. See, it also says the failover can yet not be initiated because initial data synchronization from primary to secondary region is in progress. Failover will be available when the synchronization is completed. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, guys, coming back to the question. What Naved explained is correct. What Suraj explained is correct. Both are same thing. That in GRS, I don't have read access to the secondary data. In RAGRS, I have read access to secondary data. How do I do that? Or how do I even know if you are saying whatever you're saying is correct or not? Anyone can guess from where can we where can we see this, or from where can we prove this to our client?
Maybe from the option object replication.
No. Okay. To access a storage account, what do we need?
Shared access key or access key if it's like
That is
it
fine.
has
That's all.
security,
Access level का सब
security.
कुछ है. Access level का
हाँ.
सब कुछ है आपको. What do you need? उसका एक address जो होता है, what do you call that address? जो हमने private में देखा.
URL.
What do you call that address? When we were talking about this practical.
Private endpoint.
Private endpoint.
Private IP. So
Private
private
endpoint.
IP or through URL, either URL or private IP.
So private endpoint, right? So endpoint is the key, guys. Endpoint private भी हो सकता है आपका, public भी हो सकता है. So you required an endpoint to access some storage. Is it clear till here? एक endpoint जरूरी है.
Yes.
Endpoint का
Private हो या
मतलब ही है.
public.
हाँ, endpoint का
Public या
मतलब ही है.
private दोनों हो सकते हैं. Sorry.
Right.
Sorry
Endpoint
to
का
interrupt,
मतलब ही
but
है that you can access that storage using that endpoint. Clear है? So now look at this one.
yes.
GRS, and I want to see the storage endpoints view. What do I see? The primary blob service endpoint. Okay. इस storage account का primary जो section है East US में, उसका जो blob है, उसका ये है आपका endpoint. If I give you this, you should be able to access as far as you have access, और वहां पे मैंने publicly इसको allow कर रखा है. Okay. Then इस storage account का file service का endpoint, primary वाला. Here it is. Can you guys read it clearly? Primary file service endpoint, primary queue service endpoint, primary table service endpoint, primary data lake. Data lake we did not do. Primary static website. ये clear है यहाँ तक? Did you guys understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, all right.
So my data is being synced on secondary also, right?
Yeah.
Can I access the secondary without having an endpoint?
No.
No. That is your GRS. Now what is RAGRS? Look at this, and you should get your answer automatically.
Yes.
We have
Now-
both primary and secondary.
Yes. So now can you prepare your answer? That what is the difference between RAGRS and GRS? I mean, now same will be
Yes.
applied to everything, right? जहां पर भी RA add होगा, everything else. So how would you make your answer technical? Theory तो आप explain कर रहे हो. How would you make it technically? Or let's say that you have explained theory, but I'm asking you to give me the technical points. That how will it look different? What will I have in RAGRS? What will I not have in GRS?
It is more over secondly like a secondary backup within a different region altogether. These same
Both are
files are
same.
getting backed up in different region in a different region.
That is happening in
Sorry,
GRS
in a different
also.
zone. I'm sorry, in a different zone with different regions, with three
That
at
is
three different
happening in
regions.
GRS also. My question is
Hmm.
difference between GRS and RAGRS. Whatever you are explaining, it is happening in both.
Right, both GRS, RAGRS, both.
RAGRs basically have an advantage where the tenant or the company gets an advantage to see the data which is present on the secondary data center where all the primary data has been replicated.
This is the theory part. How will I be able to see it? ये तो मैंने
The
खुद ही clear
company
कर दिया ना.
the company
can
will
access
get a endpoint to access
endpoint
the
Yes.
secondary
Yes,
data.
guys, got it. I want you to
And-
include this one in your answer, this jargon, that the secondary endpoint. The moment you select RA in any redundancy, your storage account will have secondary endpoint also. So if this is down or up, whatever it is, I will be able to access this using the secondary endpoint. Though this is only read only. I won't be able to do anything, but at least read only access will be there. Is it clear? Difference between GRS and RAGRS?
Yes, yes, sir.
GRS will
Well,
not
I
have
have a
secondary
question here.
endpoint. Your RAGRS will have secondary endpoint. Clear, hai,
Right.
guys?
So difference between both of them is, as you said now, GRS will have only one single endpoint for the main primary storage. However, in GRS, the application owner or the person who's accessing the files in GRS can edit. It is like editable, or he can make changes to it, whatever. Amend or make changes to the files. But in RAGRS, it's only going to be read access. So it's only going to be read only. And in RAGRS, there will be two endpoints, primary as well as secondary endpoint. Right?
No, now
In
don't get
RAGRS
confused. Don't get confused. Don't mix several things. Yes, Salman bhai, you have a question? I'll explain it
Yes,
again.
well,
Wait, Navid. Yes.
yeah, I have a question like in GRS part. Can you please open the GRS?
एक मिनट. In RAGRS, we have the read access endpoint to secondary data backup as well. In case failover, we can read for. नहीं. Yeah, I'll come to Ibrahim. I'll explain it. Wait. In case of failover ना हम secondary को ही primary बना लेंगे. This is not for the failover. This is before the failover also अगर access करना हो. I'll explain that also. हाँ, yes, Salman bhai. I'm on GRS.
So well, भाई मेरा question यहाँ पे ये था कि like in GRS part, if suppose our primary primary ES2S will be down, so suppose synchronization हो रहा है and then होने के बाद तो हमें secondary का मतलब access होना चाहिए, तो यहाँ पे option ही नहीं है secondary का.
नहीं,
So
we'll come
कैसे
to
कर
that,
पाएंगे?
guys. We'll come to that. Don't worry. खत्म नहीं हो रहा है टॉपिक, अभी तो शुरू हो रहा है यहाँ पर. आपका क्वेश्चन इब्राहिम भाई ने जो पुट किया वो सब ऑलमोस्ट सेम है, कवर हो जाएगा. नेक्स्ट वाले इसमें ही कवर हो जाएगा. हाँ, नवेद, आई वाज सेइंग डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड. एडिट वगैरह इतना सब एक आंसर में मत क्लब कर दो. यू विल गेट कंफ्यूज्ड. सिंपल डिफरेंस है. RAGRS में you don't have access to secondary. In GRS you don't have access to secondary point. In RAGRS you have access to secondary point.
Right, secondary endpoint. इसमें
हाँ,
दो
secondary.
endpoint हो जाते, दो endpoint मिलते हैं,
Simple.
उसमें एक ही single endpoint मिलेगा.
Simple. Now coming to Ibrahim's doubt or the sentence you put there, the question, or Salman bhai's doubt, कि ये जब fail हो जाएगा तब क्या? Fail हो जाएगा ना, that time you will not require your secondaries link. What will happen? I'll tell you. Whenever it is failed, let's say that you got a news from Microsoft or somewhere that our East US region is down. You'll come here, you'll prepare for failover. Okay, you confirm the failover. यहाँ पर ही आपको आपका RPO वगैरह बता रहा है that this is the time. इस टाइम तक ये सिंक हुआ है, इसके बाद का डेटा आपको नहीं मिलेगा. 356 was the time. So इस 2 मिनट में अगर कोई डेटा हुआ है, so that's gonna you are going to lose that data. I click failover, yes, and now what will happen? This will become your primary. Again, you will have one endpoint only, but this will become your primary. Is your answer, is your doubt clear, Salman? You don't require
Yes,
the
bhai.
secondary point in case of failover. Failover में आपका ये secondary जो है वो primary बन जाता है. And Ibrahim bhai mentioned in RAGRS we have read access endpoint. Yes. So Ibrahim bhai, that read access you will use it. अब से हमारा बहुत छोटा डेटा है ना, तो ये failover वगैरह immediate हो जाएगा. ठीक है, 10-15 मिनट का ही काम है. Failover initiated and waiting for the operation to be accepted. Accept होगा, ये हो जाएगा. But in actual environment में ये 6 घंटे रहता है. So for this 6 hours data completely unavailable है आपके पास. GRS में ना ही रीड के लिए है और राइट के लिए तो है ही नहीं. Once this secondary becomes, because ये ईस्ट यूएस रीजन अगर डाउन है ना, तो माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में भी 1-2 दिन लगाएगा इसको अप करने में पूरा, राइट. Meanwhile you don't want to keep your application down for 2 days, so best option is कि इसको प्राइमरी बना देता हूँ, which will happen in 4 hours. But at least for these 4 hours, do I have my data accessible? प्राइमरी तो डाउन हो गया, सेकेंडरी थोड़ी देर में प्राइमरी बनने वाला है. As of now, can I access my data?
No.
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 So in similar manner, in those 4 hours, if I want to access that, I can do using RAGRS. कि मुझको बस कोई फाइल जाके चेक करना है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फाइल है, रीड ओनली एक्सेस, आई कैन डू इट फ्रॉम हियर. अगर यहाँ पर भी मैं फेल ओवर करता हूँ तो भी ये फेल ओवर होते होते सेकेंडरी से प्राइमरी बनते वक्त भी मैं इसको एक्सेस कर सकता हूँ. दिस इज द डिफरेंस.
And so, just to confirm, the data we lost is covered under the RPO.
यस.
Okay.
वही है आपका आरपीओ और आरटीओ जो है ना, वो वहीं पर है कि कितना डेटा लॉस आप ये कर सकते हो, बेयर कर सकते हो. But at the time of failover, what you have to remember is that you can do a failover, and at the time of failover, you will see it कि इतना डेटा आपका लॉस होने वाला है. And if
And
the
so,
application
one
owner
more question
gives
is, yeah,
a
one
go
more
ahead,
question,
you can do
sorry.
it. Yes.
This is the manual process, or it's something
It
like
is no,
we
it is
can,
manual. No, it is manual. Failover won't happen automatically. You can schedule some task or something, but failover वो कोई करता नहीं है, because बहुत सारा manual intervention इसमें लगता है. मीटिंग्स होती है, टीम्स आएगी, वो डिसाइड करेगी, यू विल शेयर योर स्क्रीन, मे बी यू विल शो देम इतना डेटा लॉस हो रहा है, दे विल डिसाइड. बहुत कुछ ये होता है, इसलिए ऑटोमेटिक किया जा सकता है इसको कई टूल्स से, बट नो वन डज दैट. क्योंकि कई बार
Okay.
जो है माइक्रोसॉफ्ट की अपडेट सभी वेट करते हैं. आपका 6 TB का डेटा है, फेल ओवर इज गोना टेक 6 आवर्स, और माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ने आपको वहां से क्लेम कर दिया कि हमारा रीजन डाउन है, बट विद इन एन आवर रीजन अप होने वाला है. डू यू थिंक यू विल डू दिस फेल ओवर? वुड यू गो फॉर फेल ओवर?
No.
राइट. इसीलिए वो एक बिजनेस डिसीजन होता है वो. वंस इट इज डिसाइडेड, देन यू कैन डू इट. एज एन इम्प्लीमेंटेशन इंजीनियर यू विल नेवर एवर गेट टू सी इट. ये प्रोडक्शन के इश्यूज है. सो व्हाट यू गेट टू से इट दैट you are deploying a new process, you're deploying a new storage account, किसी तरह का ये कर रहे हो, और उसमें आपसे आपके यूजर ने और आपके क्लाइंट ने they have asked for GRS. So before you hand over to them, you will create the GRS and you will do a test failover once. इसके पहले आप उनको दे दो, एक टेस्ट failover आप करके देखोगे. That is the only time when you get to see this and when you get to do it. Otherwise, once the hypercare period is over, and when you do it, when you do it for what do you say, when you give it to the support team, उसके बाद production environment में कुछ भी होता है, you don't have to worry about it. Clear to everyone?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys can try doing this. It's gonna take time, I guess. We only have 5 minutes now. I'm taking a screenshot of this. You can also take a screenshot while practicing, not now. इसका लेके कोई फायदा नहीं है. आप अपने इसका screenshot ले लो. Look at these points, okay? Look at this one. And later on, when it changes, see if you see any changes in this endpoint and the other endpoint. वैसे इस वाले में तो आप RAGRS में तो यहीं पर आके डायरेक्टली देख सकते हो. Can you see? Secondary नाम इसमें already है. But when you do this failover, what happens? We still have 3-4 minutes. Let's see if it works. Now look at this. कोई डेटा नहीं हमारे इसमें, कुछ नहीं है, फिर भी कितना टाइम ले रहा है, राइट? नाउ इमेजिन जहां पे TBs में डेटा होगा, this is definitely gonna take hours. इसमें काफी टाइम लग जाता है. So this is your redundancy option. Clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, LRS. Do you have to do anything for LRS? LRS में कुछ करना पड़ता है आपको?
No, it's locally
No.
redundant storage. So
नहीं, but
it gets
let's say that जिस इस पे आपका स्टोरेज अकाउंट है, वो रैक उसका फेल हो गया. So do you have to go ahead and do it? जो हम फेल ओवर वगैरह कर रहे हैं, do you have to go ahead and do it? ना, इसकी 3 कॉपी है यहीं पर, एक ही डेटा सेंटर में, एक ही बिल्डिंग में, अलग अलग रैक पे है. That rack has failed. So do you
Hmm.
have to do the similar process like this? What do you think, guys?
It's completely managed.
Yes, it is managed by Microsoft. You don't have to do it. It is completely managed by Microsoft. See, from LRS, this I have already given in the notes कि LRS से GRS में आप move हो सकते हो नहीं हो सकते हो, GRS से LRS में move हो सकते हो या नहीं हो सकते हो. See, LRS से GRS में it's not allowing us to do. ZRS में जाने दे रहा है या नहीं देखते हैं. It's not allowing. And from GRS, can you come back to LRS? All these practical you can do it at your end. Or if you don't want to do the practical, it's already given in the OneNote. But these are the questions they may ask, that I already have a storage account with LRS. Can I go ahead and select GRS?
So you mean to say upgrade? We are trying to update or upgrade to
Yes,
or
yes,
downscale or upscale.
yes. So उसमें कुछ है जिसमें आप कर सकते हो, कुछ है नहीं कर सकते. The all information is given here. You'll have to check this, और Microsoft का वेबसाइट चेक कर लो, उसमें कोई चेंजेस वगैरह है तो वैसे ही आप लोगों को मिल जाता है. रिडंडेंसी वाला ऑप्शन कहाँ पर गया? It's I guess here. Somewhere here you will find it. Even if it is not here, a simple Google search will give you the answer. But please make sure that you read that. That which is reversible or which can be changed later. They do ask that sometimes. It is here somewhere. Definitely have one note because I've discussed it with one of you and we read it from here. So it is there, and even if it is not here, it's very simple. Just go ahead, or if you click here, maybe you'll get the information here also. किसमें से कौन सा रिवर्सिबल है और कौन सा नहीं है.
Well, just a quick question related to the IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS.
Hmm.
All the services which are present under Azure for all these models,
Hmm.
is the information available on Azure's website?
Yeah, always it will always be there.
Because
They keep it updated.
I searched for it, but I wasn't like, I don't know, like where will I get the whole list of it?
I'll
I'm
send it.
not
Don't
able to
worry.
find it.
I'll send it. I'll send it.
Okay.
ठीक है. Less than a minute is left, guys. See you tomorrow. Practice at least this one. Failover को एक बार practice कर लो आप लोग. ठीक है. So you'll get to see that how it looks. Change हो जाता है तब कैसा दिखता है. And tomorrow we'll start our backup topic. Backup and replication.
Thank you, Surabhi. Thank you.
Thank you.
sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.